Hi, I'm Steve Lee, and you just caught me having a quick practice on my bass. Now, the thing with the bass is it's a big, bulky item, it's fragile and pretty expensive as well. So if you're trying to control a computer to stop and start music or a metronome or something while you're practicing, it can get a little bit cumbersome. And especially if you've got one of these in your hand. So I had a little look around to see what the options were for controlling a computer. There are foot switches, but they're a little bit, well, they're not ideal basically. So I thought maybe we could use speech voice control. Certainly it's something I've come across in my work with accessibility. So I looked around, and to be honest, there really wasn't that much available. So I made a thing. Alexa, Mac play on.
Okay.
Alexa, Mac play off.
Okay.
But that wasn't too bad. Unlike my playing, I obviously need to work on my intonation a bit. So what else can we do? Well, that was stopping and starting the music playing. And in order to do that, I'm using a little program called Songmaster. And I'll go into a bit more detail about that in a minute. But what else do we have? Well, we can say Mac play on. Alexa, Mac play on. And look, no hands. Hello, Alexa, Mac play on.
Okay.
So it's a bit temperamental. Alexa, Mac loop on.
Okay.
Okay, that's quite useful, loop. Alexa, Mac solo 2.
Okay.
And that's just playing a bass. I'm not sure if you can hear that well. But so if I say, Alexa, Mac up 12.
Okay.
So it's still very quiet, but that's gone up a semitone. Alexa, Mac up 0.
Okay.
Alexa, Mac setlist 4.
Okay.
And oh, I forgot to save it. Always something. Alexa, Mac play stop. Alexa, Mac play off.
Okay.
Well, as you can see, it's not perfect. The number of things I have to tune the words that Alexa starts. I have to train myself to remember to say the right incantation each time. But basically, it does work, and this is very much a prototype at the moment. But I'm finding it fairly successful. There are a number of commands that I've
Trains
got.
genres include pop,
Alexa,
rock,
stop.
and pop rock.
Yeah, I said Alexa, didn't I, about muting her. Ah, the best laid plans. Right. So let's just talk a little bit about this program that I'm using. So Songmaster is a relatively new music practice program. Many of you would have come across Transcribe and also Moises, which is another new one. And I came across this when Brent Vastra of Learn Jazz Standards showcased it in one of his videos, and I thought that looked interesting. I gave it a play. And it's got all the sort of features you want. I'm very impressed with it. And the developer is very responsive, which is helpful. But what it actually has, which is ideal for something here, is the ability to control the software. Now, quite a few programs are controllable via MIDI, which, bless its little heart, it's 40 years old now, and it has been adapted for all sorts of things like MIDI show control, for controlling animatronics and amazing things. But it's not necessarily web native and computer native. There's something else called Open Sound Control, which is designed to fit in with a web and software specific environments. And fortunately, Songmaster happens to be controllable that way. So after a bit of exploring and looking around what services there are available and realizing that I didn't really want to write all the software myself, because I'd rather practice music, I managed to find some bits and pieces that go together to make this happen. Now, I've documented them in a blog post, and I'll put a link to in the details below the video, just so you can go and look if you are interested. There's also a tutorial in there on how to install it, and so if you want to play around with this and see what it's like, you're free to do that. So for this all to work, we need Songmaster to control. I mean, just need to configure that to be listening for commands. We need an Alexa skill, which will listen for certain keywords. And as I was saying, we're having to tune what those words are at the moment. And something that will take those words and pass them onto our computer. And then we need to run something on the computer which sends the right messages to Songmaster. That again seemed like a lot of work, but unfortunately I found a little service called Trigger CMD, or Trigger Command, which provides an Alexa skill. It provides a service for sending events to your computer, and you can create a little script in your computer which for various trigger words runs a command on your computer. Then I had to just create something which would take those commands with parameters passed through from speaking on Alexa and will convert them into the right message that Songmaster understands. And it does work pretty well. As you saw, I had all sorts of problems. I decided to leave the walks and all in on the video because I'm always forgetting to say Alexa. Oh, he's not listening now. And there is a slight latency, a slight delay of less than 1 second, but for this sort of thing, it really isn't a problem. Anyway, I hope you find this interesting, and feel free to have a look at the blog post below and get a bit more detail. Thank you.